Welcome back to Season 5 of the league, and as you can tell, there are already some things that have changed going into this season. The thumbnails are different, got a little bit of a face cam going. We're doing a little bit of a change-up, if you will, to keep things nice and fresh. Nothing is going to change on the gameplay side, though. However, the snowstorm did affect my ability to get some of these games, so it's going to be a little weird for this episode, with full transparency. But that's not going to stop us from hopping right into this thing, so let's get into it.
And we're starting in Seattle with the number 2 team in the land, the national champion runner-ups, and EA CFB26, who on 4th and 22 rolling out of the pocket, fighting Corbin Vujnovic. Down the field, the jump ball winner puts Washington on top 7-0, but Tennessee right back down the field, breaking a tackle, finding the end zone, and we are gridlocked at 7. Tennessee again in the red zone right before halftime. That is a QB keep, does it all on his own. Tennessee would get a field goal coming out of the half. Washington now on offense, and Storm Streeter showing off the wheels. That is a long touchdown, 68 yards to the crib, cutting this thing to just 3 points. But on the ensuing kickoff, that is a gaping hole, and you're not gonna catch him. Vols extend the lead back to 10 just as quickly as it was cut down. This Vols defense came to play. They get the ball back for the offense. 24-14. Vols back in the red zone. Tennessee on top, 31-14 right now. What does Washington have to come back from a 20-point deficit with just 3 minutes remaining? Oh, what a throw from Lapuaho, right on the money, but not enough. Tennessee 41, Washington 21. Big win for the Vols.
So week 0 also saw Arizona State pick up a massive win over Nevada. Coach Haywood, you blow me, could not keep up with Coach Lou Brown in that one. 62-31 is the final. And then Eric Taylor and the Aggies pick up their first win of this season in week 0 against the Houston Cougars, 21-14. That is a massive win for them. I mean, you just got to get the season started off right. We've been talking about Coach Taylor on the hot seat plenty of times so far in his career. It's good to finally get off on the right foot. Now let's go into week number 1, where everybody else is going to play now.
And we're going to start week 1 with a national championship rematch. Washington looking to bounce back from that loss in week 0. Syracuse looking to start the season off right. This was going to be a fun one from the start. Syracuse up 7-0. Oh, Storm Streeter. Oh, my God, showing off the wheels. How did he get out of there? 83 yards, and he wasn't even touched by a Syracuse defender. Are you kidding me right now? 10-7 as Washington executes a field goal. Oh, that ball's picked off on the bubble screen. Jonathan Epperson with the INT, and he's taking it back to the house for 6. Are you serious right now? 20-7 now, and let's just say Israel had their way in this one. That ball is cut. We got to start this thing over. 14-0 lead now for Washington. Just set things back the way they were, and Lamar Simonson finds the end zone, extending this to 3 touchdowns. But Syracuse had the answer, the effort to get into the end zone, cutting this thing to 14. But then Streeter again finding a crease, and he's got plenty of room to run, and he is gone. He's going to try and waste some time here before the half, but he's going to get tackled in the end zone. That's why you just go down. I'm not really sure what the idea was there. 28-7 now as we are 8 seconds away from the end of the first half. Oh, that is not a good throw. In the coverage, that one is picked off by Desmond Gay, and he is going to return this thing all the way to the end zone. You had a pick 6 in the first game. You now have a pick 6 in the second game. Unbelievable stuff. 35-7. The Huskies are up at halftime. Oh, but Syracuse finds an answer there early in the second half. Maybe there's something brewing here. Streeter again on the carry. Oh, no. He is gone again. This guy is unbelievable, and Washington will hold on to win 48-21. Nice bounce back win for Coach Doc Hudson and the Huskies. Colorado State taking on Virginia in their first action of the year. And it was the Hoosiers in prime position to score first on this screenplay. That's a pancake block if I've ever seen one. Sit down and shut up, young man. 10-0 deficit now for the Rams, but they find the end zone quickly, cut this thing to 3. Virginia answers with a field goal. We got a 6-point game now, but Colorado State back in the red zone, finding the end zone. 14-13. They take their first lead of the game. We are in the second half now. And Virginia around the edge. Oh, making a man miss. Oh, that was disgusting. They had another field goal. 23-14 game now. What do we got for me, Colorado State? What do you got for me? That's another touchdown. QB doing it with his legs this time. Now a 2-point game as we head to the fourth quarter. Second and goal for Virginia, and the Cavaliers are going to find the end zone yet again, taking the 2-score lead. Up by 9 now. Colorado State needing a touchdown to really stay in this one. And they're going to look underneath. And that is a man blitz beater. Touchdown Rams. They cut this thing to just 2. And this is a very fun back and forth right now on the read option. That is another Virginia touchdown. Colorado State defense not doing this team any favors. Offense doing everything they possibly can to stay in it. They find the end zone right there. This is a big one. Field goal here, obviously extend it to a touchdown lead. But if they miss it, then Colorado State is still alive. So they get the field goal. That means a touchdown is needed in order to win this ball game. 1st and 10, under a minute left. That ball is out, and it's picked off, and Virginia is going to win this football game 40-35. Unfortunate way for that one to end for the Rams. Now we head to Lincoln, Nebraska, where Coach Hingle McCringleberry is starting off his Nebraska tenure, trying to upset Notre Dame, the number 7 team in the country. They score a touchdown to take their first lead of the game, and it's 7-3 as we get to the end of the first half. 15 seconds left. What a throw as he's getting hit, finding Daniel Bray in the end zone. Notre Dame takes the 10-7 lead as we get close to halftime, but Nebraska got into field goal range right before the break and is going to try a long field goal. It's going to come up short. Daniel Bray on the return. Uh-oh. I have a feeling where this is going. Oh, no. Oh, no. Piss poor angles, and, I mean, he's gone. Nobody's going to catch him, and just like that, we have a 7-point swing, 10-point swing right before that, although I don't know how likely that field goal was to be made. And then on the kickoff out of halftime, Jordan Savage, gone. I mean, parting like the Red Sea. Moses, lead the way, brother, because we are going to the promised land. That is a massive, massive swing. I cannot state enough how big the middle 8 is and how badly Nebraska failed in that aspect. However, they were not out of it yet. That run right there, huge for momentum. Cuts this thing to just 10. But as we near the end of the third quarter, Jordan Savage finds the end zone again, this time on offense, not just special teams. 31-14 game now. It was an interception for Nebraska. Shocker there. And then, wouldn't you know, they answer right back with another touchdown and really extend this thing 45-21. Your final there.
Elsewhere, we've got that Oregon Ducks W over Southern Miss. Coach Tyler Dock could not play spoiler in Eugene. 27-22 is the final there. Cam Dyer, phenomenal player. I mean, put up some absurd numbers, just not enough to overcome that insane Oregon Ducks defense. It's just a great way to start for the Boof this season. We've also got San Diego State picking up a big win over Coach Hugh Janus and the Jayhawks, 48-24. Listen, Coach Timmy Chang is a new person, I guess, in the world of the league, in the league universe. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does in terms of on-field play. Now, it's already starting off pretty good. We'll see if it continues to proceed that way. The Purdue Boilermakers got boat raced by Coach Noah Gavin and the Baylor Bears. Not how you wanted to start this season in West Lafayette. That Baylor Bears team, though, is really something to watch out for. 30-12 in that victory there. I mean, being able to go on the road and put up that kind of performance, this is a team that I think we should watch out for out of the Big 12. That race between them and Arizona State is going to be a lot of fun to keep an eye on as we progress through this season. Delaware picking up a massive ranked win over the Duke Blue Devils, and it was by double digits as well. This is a Duke team that's been in the college football playoff conversation. They've been in the college football playoff a time or two. And so for Delaware to be able to go into Durham and pick up a win like that, it is one of the biggest wins of the Mo Lewis era at Delaware. It's something that we've kind of been waiting for, right? To see them proclaim themselves on the national stage, and that's exactly what they did here in week 1 of this season. And I think we're going to see them kind of, led by a veteran quarterback in Mason Kelsey, see them take off from this point. So it just cannot overstate how big of a win that is early on in this season. This Ball State win over Kentucky was one that nobody was ready for. I mean, when you talk about this Kentucky team being 20 overalls better, being the number 1 team in America at home against a Ball State team that has a few playmakers at best. To lose a game like this, not only that, but they had the lead. This is the game that I was so disappointed not to be able to show you guys because of how it went. Kentucky was up, had a 3-score lead, I believe it was 21 points. And then Ball State comes roaring back. The fourth quarter was dominated by the Cardinals, and they pick up a massive road win to start their season. I mean, a lot of people questioned the decision for Coach Dustin Wagner to move from Missouri State to a team that he had no connection to, that wasn't really set up to succeed immediately. But this win right here, right now, says something a little bit different. They can compete right now. Maybe they are a team in the American that we're not paying enough attention to early on. Maybe they're going to come out of nowhere and just bop everybody in the face. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And then in our final game of the week, Coach Aiden Crowley unable to beat Coach Mike Roth, falls 10 points short of picking up a massive upset win there. That's a 2-0 start now for Coach Mike Roth against two top 10 opponents. I mean, this Tennessee Vols team, man, you better watch out. They have put their foot down early and are saying that they are here to stay. And they're going to be a absolute bona fide contender this season. I mean, they were at Kentucky last year, right? That was what Coach Roth did there. They're only going up from there. So, you know, it's a massive, massive win first couple of weeks there for the Tennessee Volunteers.
On to week 2, and we have the Tennessee Volunteers trying to get their third-ranked win of this season already, but it's going to have to be against a coach, and Coach Diddy Combs, that's had some success against Coach Mike Roth. Up 7-0 now after that touchdown right there. Back in the red zone, defense making a stand. That is a beautiful whip route. That is another catch. Now it's 17-0 after the Orange add a field goal. What are the Vols doing on offense? Well, they're going to find a touchdown right here. 70 yards, hit that thing from way downtown, and all of a sudden we've got ourselves a little bit of a ball game. Let's not count out the Volunteers just yet. But this Orange team, man, I'll tell you what, they know how to attack this defense over the middle on the dig. Oh, that was a thing of beauty. Work through the progressions, get to the backside, dot, and we're going to do it again. Are you kidding me? Bang! We're going up 21 now, that 31-10 lead as we enter the third quarter. But Tennessee is looking to stay in this thing, and that bubble screen was well blocked, well executed, and it ends in 6. Okay, so it's 31-17 now. Just need Tennessee's defense to step up one time. 4th and goal from the 4. Just over the middle is wide open. Extend the lead back to 21. Oh, we're going to the other side of the 5 wide, little mid-screen pass, finding the end zone again, getting in the corner for some reason. I don't know why we're trying to waste time. We need points quickly. 14-point game now. Defense makes a stand. That's an easy touchdown right there. All of a sudden, this thing is down to 7 points. I mean, you're starting to get into butt clench territory. 3rd and 10 for the Orange. That throw is picked off. Oh my God, it was read perfectly over the top by the safety. Oh, man, 4th and 1. Vols need this to stay alive, and they don't get it. That ball is incomplete. Syracuse almost blows it, but they hold on. That is a big win there for the Orange. They get in the win column, and Tennessee loses for the first time this season. Florida taking on Nevada. Coach Hey, would you blow me? Trying to pull the upset in Ben Hill Griffin Stadium. The Gators had other plans, getting on the board there with that touchdown to take the 7-3 lead. And then this throw to the corner of the end zone. Oh, that is just, I'm bigger, faster, stronger than you. 17-3 now. Nevada finds the end zone to cut into the lead. 36 seconds left. Wolfpack find it again. Can they get the onside kick? Make things interesting here. Please, that would be awesome. Great for content. It is, no, not even close. I mean, you could have at least given me a little bit more anticipation. 17 is all that Nevada is able to muster, just not enough to beat an SEC team on the road. We got a really fun game. Ball State and Colorado State. Coach P. Rissy versus Coach Dustin Wagner. And this was one that you guys needed, but you didn't know you needed. 7-0 Colorado State after that run off tackle right there. And then we're going to dump this thing off to the running back on the halfback screen. Break a tackle, spin out of there. And it is a foot race the rest of the way. And it is going to be painted red. Cardinal tie this thing up at 7. Oh, this is getting good. Ball State back in the red zone. 3rd and goal. Carry up the middle. Running back scores another touchdown. 14-7. Ball State now on front. But the Rams said, it's okay. We'll get you right back on this one. Underneath, that thing was booty butthole naked. And we've got ourselves a gridlocked game yet again. Back and forth we go. Oh, that is another booty butthole naked. Can we play some defense, please, guys? 21-14 now, Ball State. Their defense made a play, whether it was an interception, punt, I don't remember. And offense said, we will reward you. How about that throw in the back of the end zone? Extend this thing to 14 as we enter the break. Coming out of the break, though, Colorado State gets the ball, and we're going to run a little play action. That was just beautifully drawn up. A little, flood concepts to the right side off the play action. And defense makes a stop, so the Colorado State Rams got another opportunity to make things happen. That was on the money, and you're not catching him. Eat his dust. It would be a tie ball game, but Colorado State decided to try a trickery extra point attempt. It failed, so now they trail by 1, and Ball State says, okay, we'll just extend this thing to 9. They score the touchdown. They get the 2-point conversion. It's a little gamesmanship there for you. Colorado State says, we're still in this thing. We're going to fight tooth and nail until the end, okay? We got ourselves a ball game here, ladies and gentlemen. You're making a lot of adjustments here. Ball State is 1-point ball game. You did all of that just to score that easily. Whatever. 8-point game now as they just kicked the extra point, 43-35. 4th and goal. Minute left. This field goal would basically end it. And it's missed. Just not even close. That was one of the worst misses I've ever seen. So basically it comes down to this. Can Colorado State play hero? Can they be magical? Oh my God, he's wide open. Oh my God, he's going to score. Are you kidding me right now? Let's go. Let's go. Did we get free football? Please tell me we get free football. Oh my God, they're going for 2. That's right. They need to get to 2-point conversion. They were down by 8. Oh my God, please, 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 please. Please, I need it. I need it. I need it. He's right there. He's open. No, wrong guy. Oh no. That would have been such a good game to go to overtime. Damn it. Colorado State 0-2. Ball State 2-0. How about that? Nebraska taking on Oklahoma in an old-fashioned Big 12 rivalry, and it was the Cornhuskers getting on the board first with that touchdown. Oklahoma's answered with 2 field goals, but it's not enough. Cornhuskers find the end zone yet again. 14-6 now is the lead. But the Sooners are in the red zone. 3rd and goal. Could you get more open than that? They get the 2-point conversion to knock this thing up at 14 for the first time today. Oh, that was a beautiful shake. Just, give them one. A 1-2. 21-14 now. Cornhuskers on top. And they're just going to run this thing. Oh, nice cuff back. Oh, put the head down. Oh, extend. Come on now, baby. Let's go. 1st and goal. Sooners trying to keep as much pace as they can. Defensive stand here would go a long way to get Nebraska that first win of the season. Oh, no, he just overran it. Doesn't matter. The offense does what it needs to do, takes the lead, wins the ball game 28-21.
Week 2 saw Kentucky drop to 0-2, unable to beat the Georgia Bulldogs, losing 24-14. Rough game for the Wildcats. Not much else to say about that. You have to find a way to win next week to avoid going to 0-3. You cannot afford to get to 0-3. Georgia Tech with a massive bounce-back win over Purdue. That is, huge. On the flip side, Purdue. Coach Chuck Downfield now 0-2 to start the season with 2 ugly losses. Won 10 games last year. I didn't know if they were going to be able to do it again this year, but certainly not after this start. For Coach Crowley, though, in the Yellow Jackets, this is a much-needed, get back in the win column type game and to do so in emphatic fashion. Much needed. They get to go into Week 3 feeling good about their performance this week. How about those Oregon Ducks, man? Just a piss in vinegar fight against LSU in Baton Rouge. That is a top 25 opponent. I believe LSU was ranked 7th coming into this game, and they just got beat to a pulp. 42-17 your final in that game. Julian Lewis playing like the quarterback we always thought he could be. He's the most bipolar quarterback in all of college football. There's nothing about this guy that makes any sense. We'll play like Jesus one game, and then we'll play like your, nephew with Down syndrome the next game. I don't understand it. Nobody understands it. Coach Booth is trying to get this guy to figure it out. It's ridiculous at this point, really. A good win, though, for the Oregon Ducks. Baylor tried to make it 2 in a row, but that Notre Dame Fighting Irish team, as we've already seen so far this season, man, they are just so unbelievably talented on both sides of the ball. They're just going to be a tough team to beat at any point this season. They are the national title favorites for a reason. They did a great job in the portal, adding even more talent like they needed to. Daniel Bray is simply one of the best players in the country, and they've got a new quarterback in the system that kind of fits better than Tyrell Owen did last year. This Notre Dame team is bar none the most talented roster. Now can we see if they get it done? They haven't been able to the past couple of years. Maybe this year is the year for Coach Cam King. Southern Miss gets in the win column. They are now 1-1 on the season after a big win over Coastal Carolina. This is not a Sun Belt game anymore, folks. Remember, both these teams moved up to the American Conference. Coach Goon left Coastal Carolina, but the roster was still good enough to get that bump up. So this is a conference road win for the Golden Eagles, and they did so with a big one, 42-24, the final now with Cam Dyer. Again, masterful performance. This guy is going to be in the Heisman conversation at some point this season. I've got an inkling about that. We'll see if it comes to fruition, but he just plays the game so well. They just kind of run a slow tempo offense, so he might not have the numbers that he needs to in order to be in that conversation, but it's something to keep an eye out on. And then our final game of the week, San Diego State, another one that's 2-0 this season, this time over Air Force. This Air Force team is not good, so let's not look into this too much, but to be able to come in and handle business for a coach that hasn't necessarily been able to do that before, if you've watched all 4 seasons, you know what I'm talking about. It is big. It is very important to be able to do that, and they came and handled business, on to the next one. Try to get to 3-0 now. So that is week 2. Now on to week 3, where we got some really highly anticipated matchups that are going to tickle your fancy.
And we're going to start with my favorite player in the entire country, Cam Dyer, the quarterback that is Jesus. Just look at him. He's Jesus reincarnated. He 1,000% is. You cannot convince me otherwise. The way he's able to navigate the football field. Look at this. He's just owning every single yard, every single square foot that is on this football field for him. He is dominating. Throw on the run. Bang. Right on the money, man. Right on the money. This guy is unbelievable. Unbelievable. And how about the fact that Southern Miss is up 21-0 over the number 11 team in the country? Make that 28-0. Dyer diving into the end zone. It would not be a goose egg, though, as Georgia Tech would find the end zone here in the fourth quarter. They did lose 28-7, though. Big win for Southern Miss. They've played really good football so far to start this season. Purdue taking on Penn State. 0-2 Purdue, 2-0 Penn State. Conventional wisdom would tell you that this is Penn State's game to win. However, this is the league. Whatever seems to be the case is never the case. We got ourselves a tie ball game up at 7 as we get to see the Trimble legacy continue at Purdue. Not really sure what the idea was there for Penn State. Nothing was even close on that one. 14-10 lead now for the Boilermakers after Penn State kicks a field goal. Minute left in the first half. We're back in the red zone. Trimble rolling out of the pocket. Oh, what a dot. On the money, finding Smith again. Purdue loves to use these tight ends to their advantage. 11-point ball game now. Defense trying to make a stop. Oh, but that guy got left wide open. Little coverage breakdown on that one, I would like to think. As we enter the third quarter now, 3:18 left. Penn State down by 3, and they find the end zone yet again, taking their first lead in a while. Would add a field goal as well to go up by 7. Fullback dive for you. Big man getting in the end zone, tying this thing up at 28. Fourth quarter now. That one is good for the Boilermakers to take the 31-28 lead. Defense just needs to make a stop, and then we're partying in the USA. What we got for me, defense? What you got for me? Oh, we get some push up front. Oh, my God, what a throw. That is an NFL-level sideline throw. We're talking about left hash to opposite sideline. Are you kidding me with that? And then they're going to make a ridiculously long field goal, and that thing is right down the pipe. Could it get more straight than that? Good God. Overtime, here we come. 31-31. What do we got? Trimble. Oh, he's going to bail it. Oh, he's going to dump it down. Oh, what a broken tackle. Are you kidding me, Tubbs? Let's go, baby. Way to make a play, man. 38-31. Penn State has to score. This thing is over. That's how overtime works. And they're going to roll out of the pocket. Oh, my God, a jump throw. He's wide open. What are we doing? Okay. It looks like it's a tie ball game. 38-38 now. 3rd and 11 for the Nittany Lions. They're going to drop back to pass. He's got a guy open underneath. Oh, he's going to get sacked. Oh, this is going to be a tough field goal now. Oh, this is going to be a tough one. And it is pushed right. Oh, my God. All Purdue needs now is to make this. 4th and 1. Game on the line. You make it. You go home. You go back to West Lafayette 1 and 2. Just right down the pipe. build up the anticipation. And that thing is right down Main Street, right into the hands of the All-State side. That's exactly what we were looking for. We got Ohio State and Notre Dame Buckeyes just put a touchdown on the board to take the lead. And then Josh Moore says, see ya. Smell you later. He is gone. That is a kick return touchdown like we haven't seen a billion of them from Notre Dame or from Coach Cam King-led teams. What is this motion? Where are you going? It worked. I guess don't question genius. Ryan Day needs to be fired for that. I'm sorry. Pardon my mouth. Pardon my French. 21-18. Now Notre Dame answers with a touchdown. Daniel Bryce showing off the moves at 21-25 as the Fighting Irish are looking to score yet again with 20 seconds before the half. Rolling out of the pocket on the run. Money. Touchdown, Josh Moore. That's another touchdown for 88. Ohio State looking for any sort of answer. Sure. You'll take that. Throw it up. Hope your guy comes down with it. Breaks a tackle or get a dive from the CB. Touchdown. Okay, we got ourselves a ball game now. Okay, Josh Moore's wide open. And he's kind of fast in the open field. I don't think you're going to catch him. Yep, that's another touchdown. It's his third touchdown of the game, I think. He might have scored one of the first couple, too. I don't remember. Oh, he tries to fit it in a window there to Josh Moore. It's picked off. Broken tackle. Oh, my. No way. Are you oh, my God. Are you serious? Holy shit. We got ourselves a tie ball game, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. I cannot believe that. 39-all. This is ridiculous. Underneath, no Jonathan Paylor to save you. What are you going to do? Oh, okay. I mean, it certainly looks like Jonathan Paylor out there doing the little swerve in the open field. Guy losing his jock strap out there. Minute left in this ball game. Ohio State needs to keep pace. Give him 7. Oh, what a throw with pressure in his lap. Come on now. 30 seconds? 30 seconds and these guys are down the field? Good Lord, this is the backup quarterback? He scores a touchdown? Why is there an injury bug on the screen? Oh my God, so much was happening there. I had no idea what was going on. 4th and 21. I mean, this is your last hope for Ohio State. We're going to chuck it up, try to get some lucky jump again. Oh, it's incomplete. Damn, that was close. 53-46 is your final. Oh my God. Ryan Day, you're about to be fired. Nebraska, San Diego State. You remember a little game. Texas State, Louisiana. Coach Inglewood Kringleberry, Coach Artie Sonnenberger Jr. There's some bad blood between these two head coaches, even though Timmy Chang is technically the head coach of San Diego State. But it's Asian Carl, if you really know. And there was some need for retribution on a certain end, and Nebraska had to exercise their demons. They've done it a couple times before, but there's been a lot of talking between these two, and so this was a massacre. 28-0 early on. And we're still in the first half, by the way. This is not getting any better anytime soon. Or is it? Go to, baby, he said. Goodbye. You're too slow. Big Ten speed ain't nothing. It just is absolutely nothing. 28-7 now. And we're going to have a little speed option action. Go to again. Oh, my God. Get out of his way. You have no idea what you're doing. Okay, we got a 14-point ball game now. Maybe we got something here. Jalen Bargava. Oh, my God, that was a frozen rope. Oh, Jesus, disgusting. 35-17 now. San Diego State kicks a field goal. You're going to need touchdowns in order to win this thing, though. That'll do. That'll certainly do. We'll take that. You'll take that. Everybody will take that besides Nebraska fans. 35-24 now, 11-point ball game. It's the closest it's ever been in a long while. Oh, okay. I mean, I genuinely don't know what the point of that was, but Nebraska gets a big win, 63-31.
For week 3, we only have 5 more games to talk about. We're going to start in that top left with the Arizona State Sun Devils beating Colorado State coach P. Rizzi 63-0. Just wasn't close at any point. I mean, it's 63-0. Of course it wasn't close. So kind of what we expected going into that game. I can't say anybody is too surprised about that result that we saw. Washington winning the Apple Cup 63-7. That is a big win for them. Beat Illinois last week. Come back and, have now bounced back nicely after that week 0 loss to Tennessee. The Delaware Blue Hens handled business. 79-0 over North Texas. I don't know if I've seen a pummeling quite like that in a long while. Just dominant from start to finish. Did whatever they wanted to do and then some. I mean, we're talking about just bending over the mean green and showing them who's boss. That's what that was. That's what that performance was. It's a massive win, coming on the heels of a couple really good performances for the Blue Hens. They just keep stacking them. And I'm telling you, this team, watch out. Watch out in the American. This team could be for real. Ball State, another big win. We're talking about an undefeated Ball State here. Coach Wagner's got these boys playing undefeated ball, this time over Coach Hugh Janus and the Kansas Jayhawks. Just a good win here. 42-21 is the final in that one. The Jayhawks just aren't very good. I don't know what else to say at this point. I didn't really understand the hiring of Coach Janus. They did it, and all of a sudden, they're kind of in the cellar. So it's going the way that I think most people thought it would when they decided to make that decision to hire Coach Janus. Baylor, 35, Kentucky, 28. The Wildcats and Coach Goon are 0-3 to start the season. It's simply not good enough. Just piss poor performance up until this point in the season. Big bounce back victory, though, for them boys in Waco. Finally get to come home, pick up a win. You got to be feeling really good if you're Coach Noah Cavan about where this team is at. 2-1, your only loss so far this season is to the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Now it's Big 12 play. Get in, get ready, and beat the piss out of some of these teams. On to week number 4.
We finally get to talk about the Kentucky Wildcats. They desperately need a win, cannot start 0-4. That touchdown will certainly help. Extra point, no good. I mean, this team is the most poorly coached team I've ever witnessed in my life. Defense, what are we doing? Let the quarterback get out of the pocket. Leave a guy wide open. Now you're trailing 7-6. Oh, that should be picked off. Oh, my God. The football gods are smiling upon Lexington with that one. That should not have been close to a touchdown. And yet it was. It should have been a touchdown for Missouri. And it wasn't. I don't know what we're doing. Oh, my God. What the hell is that coverage? You can't play man, can't play zone. What the hell are you supposed to play? 14-all as we're in the late second quarter. Alvin Henderson, though, showing off the wheels. Just nifty inside space. Oh, okay, we're still in the first half, and Henderson's going to score again. That would be all the scoring Kentucky would need to do. They finally get that win, 28-21. 1-3 on the season. Coach Goon, do it to him. Arizona State and Utah, we're finally going to get to see the Sun Devils play. That doesn't mean it's going to be a good game, because this Sun Devils team is legit. I tried to tell you guys that. They are for real. And McCutcheon, oh my God, that was nasty. He did it to the punter. Have some respect for the special teams. Just no need to embarrass him like that. He's already embarrassed enough being a kicker or a punter, whatever he is. Oh, okay. This is like dancing on the grave of Utah right now. Just pick six, punt return touchdown, offensive touchdown. Have scored in all 3 phases of the game. Now up 35-10 with 45 seconds left, and of course, it's going to be a safety. They've literally scored in every way possible. 54-13, your final. Arizona State is cooking, man. They are on fire right now. Delaware, Coastal Carolina, top 25 matchup. Mason Kelsey putting his head down, fighting into the end zone. Take the 7-0 lead. Late first quarter now. Coastal Carolina looking to answer. They would right off tackle. Well-blocked play there from the Shants. Delaware would come down, kick a field goal to take a 3-point lead. Late second quarter now, just before the 2-minute warning. That looked like a jailbreak screen, possibly. I'm not sure. It wasn't blocked very well, but who knows. 3rd and 14, Kelsey rolling out of the pocket. Just 40 seconds left in the half, and that ball is picked off. Oh my God, are you serious? I've never seen a bounce of ball that way before. Never in my life. Now it's round and oblong, so I guess it can technically, but that was almost like there was a nefarious being that was trying to control that ball. Doesn't matter. Blue Hens bounce right back in the third quarter, find the end zone, go for 2, make this a 3-point ball game, and then quickly get the ball back, find the end zone yet again, add another field goal. So now it's late fourth quarter. We're talking minute 15 left. They have a 7-point lead. Coastal threatening, but that ball is picked off, and Delaware is going to move to 3-0 on the season and just keep climbing in the top 25 rankings. Now we're going to talk about the Baylor Bears. We have not seen them play yet. We've talked about them quite a bit. We have not seen them play yet, and this is probably not the game that I wanted to show you because they dominated from start to finish, just owned everything about Kansas State. Look at that. Untouched, just clear as clear can be, green as grass is. Just unbelievable. 14-3 now. The Bears are up. Now, Kansas State actually did play pretty well in the first half of this game, 14-10. But the defense could not stop a nosebleed to save their life. It's 21-10 now. Just a nice little handoff. Nobody wants to play the run. That's fine. 28-10. We're still in the first half, by the way. Defense got another stop. This time we are going to throw the RPO action. That's an easy touchdown. We're still in the first half, by the way. Defense got another stop. This is ridiculous. And literally, Baylor's used one timeout. And now they're going to dump it off on the Texas route. And that's going to be a touchdown. And it's going to be 66-17. That is your final score. Yes, Baylor just pummeled the shit out of Kansas State. I love using pummeled today for some reason. Notre Dame, Syracuse. That is a Notre Dame touchdown to tie this thing up at 7. We've had some weird connection issues with the Syracuse Orange so far this season. So there's been some restarts, which is why they scored so quickly. That touchdown was beautifully drawn up right there. But the kick coverage unit was literally Satan in this game. Was literally Satan. I'm convinced that Notre Dame has the Mossad on their side. Israel is on the side of Notre Dame, is on the side of the Catholics. The Jews and Catholics are together for whatever reason in this specific game. Because the stuff you'll see, I mean, the Daniel Bray run right there, just basically going untouched when there was a massive cloud and pile of people. Notre Dame defense finally gets a stop. Now it's time for them to extend their lead. That is a frozen rope over the middle of the field. 11-point lead now for the Fighting Irish as we hit the 2-minute warning in the first half. Oh, that throw was dangerous down to the 1-yard line. Very next play, Syracuse is going to find the end zone on this off-tackle stretch run. Easy money. We got ourselves a ball game going into the half. Psych! The Mossad said not so fast. Because what in the world did I just watch? I mean, that is 1,000% the Mossad stepping in and saying, no, we cannot have Syracuse win. I don't know what Syracuse did to Israel, but for whatever reason, it's not okay. And then Jordan Savage is going to score again. I'm telling you, man, this has been a brutal first half for Syracuse. Everything that could go wrong has gone wrong. What do they call that? There's a name for that. I don't remember. Something effect, maybe. Oh, my God. And it just keeps going downhill, man. We got a pick six coming out of the break. 42-27. 49-27 now. This is bad. This is not good. Okay, we've made some ground up. The Orange are only down 13 now. Again? That's the third kick return touchdown today. The third. Yes, it's the third. Are you serious, man? 70-55 now. I mean, you got to score quickly. Got to get a stop. Got to score again. You're only down by 15 points, so it's not the end of the world. Oh, that's the deep ball. Oh, my God. That was a beautiful throw. Oh, that was on the money. In the breadbasket. He dropped it in a bucket. I cannot believe it. Uh-oh. I'm showing you a kick return again. This can't be good. There's no way. There's no way they can get a fourth time. Oh, my God. He's going to get it a fourth time. Oh, my God. Get him. Oh, he got him. Okay. Phew. Syracuse are still alive. 70-63. Yes, that is a real score in this game. Big 12 is back. What the fuck was that? Where is the defense? Josh Moore, another touchdown. 77-63 in the game that broke every single record in the book. Syracuse threw for over 900 yards in that game. Ridiculous stuff. Ohio State and Purdue. Let's Purdue it to them, Ohio State said. That is a pancake on pancake on pancake. I mean, stack them up high. We got ourselves a tie ball game, though, after Purdue says, we'll QB sneak it in. Then a little bubble action. Just something slight for you. 14-7 now as the Boilermakers take the lead off that touchdown. They said right back at you. Ohio State said, you can do it. We can do it, too. We can do it better, as a matter of fact, as they tie this thing back up, this time at 14. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Purdue back in the red zone. Oh, that throw was nice. That is a broken tackle as well. If you didn't know what that was, we got ourselves a 10-point lead now after Purdue settles for the field goal. Uh-oh. That ball's picked off, and uh-oh. I don't think anybody's going to catch him. Uh-oh. Quarterback might. Oh, no. Trimble's not fast enough. Well, 14-point swing, anybody? Make this thing a game. Could have been 31-14. Instead, it's 24-21. Ohio State backed up in their own territory, though, on their own 2-yard line. Oh, no. Oh, no. Pretty sure Purdue got stopped on 4th down, and that's how we got ourselves here. Oh, no, it was a punt. It was the greatest punt I've ever seen, actually. it was ridiculous. I probably should have shown it in the video. 28-24 now, Ohio State up. I mean, this has been the second half from hell for the Boilermakers. Ohio State scores again. They're up 11 now. Okay, Purdue finding the end zone. We're not out of this yet. 35-30. Oh, my God, Ohio State's trying to end it right here. Oh, my God, minute 45 left. 4th and 4, Purdue. Oh, he caught it. Oh, no, he dropped it. Oh, we're alive. We're alive. Oh, my God, throw the ball. You had the bubble open. Trimble, what are you doing? Oh, my God. Trimble, why would you do that? 4th and 5. Oh, my God. Oh, somebody make a play. Throw it short of the sticks. What are you doing? Oh, Purdue. Don't. Why would you do that?
Week 4 was a glorious week. A lot of really good games in that one. Obviously, some big, much-needed victories. But in some of these other games, Nevada just taking care of business against their first American opponent in Navy. That is what you wanted to see coming off the heels of that Florida game a couple of weeks ago. You got to be feeling, take the bye week and get back to business. That's just a massive, massive victory for them. Southern Miss continuing their winning ways, this time in a rivalry game over Louisiana Tech. You got to be really happy with how they're playing so far this season. I keep talking about Cam Dyer. I'm going to keep talking about Cam Dyer until the day I die. Dude is unbelievable. Washington, 83-21 over Indiana. Things got away from the Hoosiers in that one. It just is Washington trying to exercise some demons from that Week 0 loss. They got a big one next week against Oregon. Hopefully, this was kind of that tune-up game that they needed to get into that one. Speaking of the Ducks, they had a massive, massive victory over the USC Trojans, who are a top 20 team in the country. Win that game by 6. Had a lot of guys visiting as well. So overall, I mean, it's just a huge, huge win, especially when Julian Lewis played like absolute crap. This is what I'm talking about with Julian. Like, he just, week to week, you never know what you're going to get. That roller coaster. It's like up and down and up and down. And this week, he was down. It was raining, and he didn't play well at all. Tennessee, just a nice little double-digit point win over Auburn in Jordan-Hare. What more else do you? What more do you want me to say? The Vols are here to play, week in, week out. Only loss of the season is to Syracuse. The Syracuse team is good, but you got to be happy about how the Vols have started the season. And then Georgia Tech, their win over Louisville. I mean, it's a 12-point victory over a good Louisville team on the road. That's how you wanted to start ACC play? I mean, really, this race is going to come down to Georgia Tech and Syracuse in the ACC. That's what I mean. I'm telling you right now, that is what you should be expecting. If you're not expecting that, you got another thing coming. So now that we are done with Week 4, that means we are on to Episode 2. So that means we got Week 5, 6, 7, and 8 on the docket. Week 5, there's some bangers in there. There's some bangers in there that you're going to want to tune in for. You do not want to miss these games. At this point in the video, if you're still watching, consider giving this thing a like. Consider hitting that subscribe button. I do this for you. I would greatly appreciate you returning the favor, just showing a little appreciation. I would appreciate that. But that will do it for today's episode. That is episode 1 of season number 5 of the greatest online dynasty on YouTube, The League. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Catch you on the flip. See ya.